Welcome to EnfinityCast, where we listen to the silence between the stars and the static between worlds. I'm your host, Vesper Thorne. Tonight, we're tuning our dials to a frequency that shouldn't exist. We're exploring phantom sounds, echoes from beyond, captured on tape, but with no discernible source. And to help me navigate these disembodied whispers is my co-host, a man who treats audio waves like fingerprints at a crime scene, the brilliant Lark Nova. Lark, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Vesper. It's a fascinating, if not unsettling, field. We're talking about electronic voice phenomena, or EVP for the most part. These are intelligible, voice-like sounds captured on electronic devices that are interpreted as paranormal communication.
Interpreted. That's the key word, isn't it? The skeptic would say it's just radio interference or our brains making patterns out of noise. Audio pareidolia.
Exactly, and often that's the case. Our brains are hardwired to find meaning, especially human voices. But sometimes you get a recording that challenges easy explanation. Take this one, captured in the supposedly abandoned Blackwood Sanatorium last year. The investigators were alone, asking questions into a digital recorder in the old infirmary.
Let's listen. The question asked was, "Is anyone here with us?" This is the audio that came back on playback.
Chilling. Now, my first instinct is to run a spectral analysis. I look at the frequency, the waveform, the noise floor. In this case, the voice occupies a very narrow frequency band, which is unusual for a human whisper. It doesn't have the typical harmonics or breath sounds you'd expect.
So it's not a person whispering near the microphone.
It's highly unlikely. It's also not a classic radio signal bleed-through, which would typically show carrier frequencies or modulation artifacts. This is what we call a Class A EVP. It's clear, it's contextually relevant, and it defies simple technical explanation. The waveform is almost too pure. Too pure.
And it's not just voices. I sent you that file from the Orpheum Grand Theatre in London, which has been closed for decades. Staff who go in for maintenance report hearing phantom music, specifically a lone cello coming from the empty orchestra pit.
Right, they left a recorder running overnight. My analysis here points to something different. The acoustics of that theater are incredible. It's possible that a sound from miles away, a real cello being played in someone's home, is being carried on the wind and funneled through the building's ventilation system, with the orchestra pit acting as a natural resonance chamber.
A sonic ghost created by architecture?
It's a plausible theory, but the consistency of it, always a cello, always that same melancholic tune, that's harder to explain away as random chance. It pushes the boundaries of coincidence.
So we're left in the gray spaces, a voice that's too clean to be human, and music that's too persistent to be a coincidence. It makes you wonder, if you turn on a recorder in an empty room and leave it running, what echoes of the past or something else entirely are you inviting in? What sounds are waiting, just below the threshold of our hearing, ready to be found? That's a thought to leave you with. Until next time, keep listening.